Hi everybody, it's Monday the 5th of July and this is your maths lesson for today, and for this you're going to need paper and pencil. So make sure you have those things and then we'll get started with the lesson. To begin with, we've got our 4 a day, so choose the colour that you would normally use or challenge yourself to have a go at another colour. Pause the video, have a go, and then your answers will come next. Here are your answers for the 4 a day. How did you do? Have a look and see, and then when you're ready, we'll get on with our main lesson for today. So our main lesson today is carrying on from our Friday's lesson when we were looking at converting metric measures. So today we're going to be looking at converting centimetres to metres. On Friday we looked at converting millimetres to centimetres by multiplying by 10 and vice versa. Today we're looking at converting centimetres to metres. So last week we looked at spiders. This time we're looking at snake sizes. So after he had completed his project on spiders, Sammy decided to study snakes. I don't know why. I hate snakes. They are awful. He collected data about some of the world's shortest and longest snakes. There are more than 3,000 species of snake in the world. Here are the average lengths of some different snake species. So we can see here we've got lots of different types of snake, from the boa constrictor, that is 213 centimeters. We've got the black mamba, the most dangerous snake in the world, at 255 centimeters. And we've also got the king cobra at 4 meters 86 centimeters. But have a pause of the video and think, like on Friday, has Sammy written down his measurements correctly? Has he written them down to help himself? What could he have done that would have made his organization a lot easier? Hopefully you spotted that some of his measurements were in centimetres and some of his measurements were in metres. And we must remember, when comparing or ordering measurements, it is better to ensure that all measurements are written in the same unit. So that's what we're looking at today. Can we convert centimetres into metres and metres into centimetres? First of all, we need to know, how many centimetres are there in 1 metre? And hopefully we should know 1 metre is equal to 100 centimetres. How do we convert metres to centimetres? What do you think we would need to do? We would multiply by 100. To multiply by 100, on a place value chart, each digit moves 2 places to the left. So we can see here we have the measurement of 8.7. That would be 8.7 meters. If we wanted to change that to centimeters, we would have to multiply that number by 100. And like it says, each digit, not the decimal point, each digit moves 2 places to the left. So 8.7 multiplied by 100 would become 870. We can see there the digits moved twice, but it left us with an empty space in the ones column, so we would fill that with a 0, 870. Now let's have a go then using that skill. Can we convert these measurements from meters to centimeters? So we have 2.32 meters, 5.59 meters, and 4.85 meters. Pause the video. Can you write down what would those measurements be in centimeters? Let's have a look and see how we got on. 2.32 meters is 232 centimeters. 5.59 meters is 559 centimeters. 4.85 meters is 485 centimeters. Well done if you managed to do those. So remembering there are 100 centimeters in 1 meter. So for every 100 centimeters in a measurement, you can count 1 meters. For example, how many meters are there in 645 centimeters? Pause the video and have a go. Well, there would be 6 meters in 645 centimeters. And what do we do with the 45 centimeters that are left over? There aren't enough to make a whole meter, so we write them as centimeters on their own. So 645 centimeters is equal to 6 meters and 45 centimeters. Now knowing that, can you fill in the last column in the table? So if we know that 2.32 meters is 232 centimeters, how many meters and centimeters is that? Pause the video and have a go at those three. Let's have a look and see. 232 centimeters is 2 meters and 32 centimeters. 559 centimeters is 5 meters and 59 centimeters. And 485 centimeters is 4 meters and 85 centimeters. Well done if you managed to do those ones. So remember, when comparing or ordering measurements, it is better to ensure that all measurements are written in the same unit. So how many centimeters are there in 1 meter? So we're looking at the inverse now. In 1 meter, there is equal to 100 centimeters. How then do we convert centimeters to meters? We know that to change meters to centimeters, we multiply by 100. So what will we need to do the opposite, the inverse, to convert centimeters to meters? We would divide by 100. To divide by 100, each digit moves 2 places to the right. So have a look. If we've got 351 and we want to convert that from centimeters to meters, we would divide it by 100. What is 351 divided by 100? Can you imagine the digits moving 2 places to the right? What would the answer be? And we can see the answer would be 3.51. So, using what we've learnt about multiplying by 100 and dividing by 100 to change our metric measures, can you complete the snake size table? And here is the table. So this is the average length of snakes. And we can see one has been done for us. We've got the very top, the giant anaconda. And in meters, it is 5.21 meters. And to turn that into centimeters, we multiplied it by 100, and it became 521 centimeters, which in meters and centimeters is 5 meters and 21 centimeters. Pause the video now, and can you draw out this table? And can you fill in those missing parts, converting your meters into centimeters and your centimeters into meters, either multiplying or dividing by 100. If you need to, pause the video, go back and watch the parts to show you what to do before, and use that to help you. Pause the video and have a go. Let's have a look and see, how did you do with your snake size table? Here are your answers. Pause the video and check to see how you did. Well done if you managed to do all of those. Now, using your table, you need to keep that in front of you, and we're going to see if we can use that information to help us find the average length, whether something is longer or shorter. Here we have the Nile crocodile, and the average length of a Nile crocodile is 4.25 meters. Using your snake-sized table that you've just filled in, any mistakes you make, you could have written the correct answer in and used that. You need to decide whether each snake is shorter than or longer than a Nile crocodile. So if you can, you could draw out this table, and could you write down which snakes are shorter than a Nile crocodile and which snakes are longer than a Nile crocodile. Pause the video and have a go. Let's see how we did. We had 6 snakes that were shorter than a Nile crocodile, leaving just the giant anaconda and the king cobra were longer than a Nile crocodile. Well done if you managed to do that. For our last activity here are the average lengths of some spiders and snakes. And they've got measurements here now. So we can see we've got some in centimeters, we've got some in millimeters, some in meters as well. Can you order these spiders and snakes from shortest to longest? Pause the video and have a go. Let's have a look and see how we did. Here was our order from shortest to longest. The shortest being the orb weaver spider at 38 millimeters and the reticulated python at 3.95 meters was the longest. Well done if you managed to put those in the right order. The last part of this lesson is an extra challenge to see if you can try, and this is to do with measurement still. You can use a tape measure or a piece of string, or if you have anything at home you can use to measure, and there are 6 statements there, and you need to see if you can find out, are these statements true or false? So pause the video and then give yourself some time to investigate some of these. Can you find out, for example, a person's height is the same length as their outstretched arms? So if you put your arms out as wide as they can go, and you measured from the end of your fingertips, your middle finger to middle finger, is that the same length as your height? And see if you can find some other of these 6. Are they true or are they false? It'd be great if you could send us some information in to see if which ones are true and which ones are false. And that's the end of our lesson for today. And we've been looking at converting metric measures, and hopefully you've been able to convert centimeters to meters and vice versa. And that was our last homeschooling lesson this Monday, and we're looking forward to seeing you all tomorrow, fresh and early Tuesday morning. Enjoy the rest of your day. See you tomorrow. Bye-bye.